there's a lot of air pollution at certain periods of the year.
If you look at a guy coming towards you on a motorbike,
Yeah.
he won't look at you or she won't look at you. They should clamp down on it. It makes Thailand look bad.
Hey champs, what's happening? Welcome to another episode of Tag Along with Shai. Normally we'll only talk about positive things in Thailand. I'm a big fan of Thailand, a Thailand lover I call myself. If you're familiar with Thailand or you're living in Thailand, this video has a few topics that we can discuss maybe in the comment section. If you're new to Thailand, we're gonna discuss definitely a few things that you have to keep in mind before you're even thinking of coming to Thailand. We are in the capital city of Thailand, in Bangkok, and who can we discuss the hazards of Thailand better with than Bangkok Pat? He's just around the corner. Let's meet Pat. Let's go! Bangkok Pat!
How you doing, Chai? Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
I've been here, I'd say on and off 20 years. If you put all the years together, it will probably come to about 15.
Okay.
14, 15, yeah.
Right, so you know Thailand pretty well.
Yeah, fairly well.
Yeah.
But most of that time has been in Bangkok.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell you what life was like up in the provinces or beach life, stuff like that. But yeah.
So let's call it 20 years. 20 years ago you arrived, and as an expat, you're from London, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about the hazards of Thailand. We're just going to do a quick sum up of what people have to be aware of. Where should we start? I think. So Thailand, first of all, I think Thailand is a safe country. Do you agree?
Yeah, I just did a video on it, and I think overall, if you put together all the crime statistics and people's experiences that you read, you're not very likely to be robbed on the street. You're not very likely to have someone grab your camera and run off.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't do a YouTube channel in London. I'd be on my 10th camera by now.
Yeah, because it gets stolen, you mean?
Yeah. The things that are hazards in Thailand, I would say 50-60% of them can be avoided through just common sense and being streetwise and avoiding places and avoiding certain types of people, and areas.
So what do you mean by, okay, first the areas. Which areas do you think?
Like if you complain that you keep getting overcharged for Thai food, but then you say, oh yeah, but I live in Phuket, then Phuket is well known for being extra expensive for stuff that is a lot cheaper here in Bangkok. Or if you keep complaining that girls are hassling you when you're walking down the street, then maybe you should stop walking along Beach Road at 2 o'clock in the morning.
So would that be a hazard as well, you think?
Well, it is along Beach Road at 2 o'clock in the morning. It is a hazard, but
why is it a hazard? Sorry.
because you get girls and ladyboys coming up to you, not me, but coming up to people, trying to be friendly. They might even try and hug them and take their money from their pocket. And I'm going by the kind of things you read online, on Twitter, on Facebook. People moan about stuff, expats moan about these kind of things. And then when you read into what they're talking about and you see where they live, what they do, and where they are from, then you think, well, you kind of brought it on yourself. But that is not in every situation, of course. There are things you can't avoid. Backpackers, I mean, most of them would head for somewhere like Khao San Road, where there's a lot of risks. I mean, in the past, when I used to go to Khao San Road, there was always a couple of guys, it was always the same guys, asking you as you walked into Khao San Road, do you want to buy some weed? And it's like, if I was going to buy weed, I wouldn't buy it off a guy like that. But you always read stories that someone did buy weed off that guy. And then they got busted a couple of hours later. So it's just basic things like that, the hazards. Street food. If it's your first day in Thailand and you arrive in Khao San Road as a young backpacker, itching to try street food, then it will most likely give you a bad stomach because not because it's bad or rotten, but because your stomach can't take the bacteria.
You're gonna the next morning is gonna be, or even that evening already.
Exactly.
The first time, But
so
I mean,
just basic stuff.
Can I say that don't be scared? Like for the people that have not been to Thailand, don't be scared to eat street food. You're gonna have to do it. You're just gonna have to bite the bullet, I think, or get some medicine or whatever. Like I don't know, but you're gonna have to.
No, generally you're okay.
But if it's not, I don't think it's dangerous. Like it's not dangerous for your health in long term. It might be.
Yeah, my friend used to only eat like pie and chips and English breakfasts. He came to Thailand. He started he waded straight into all the street food.
Yeah.
And he had to stay in his hotel room for 3 days taking Imodium because his guts were messed up.
When we talk about hazards, we mainly focus on the hazards that men have coming here. But I know I've got quite a lot of subscribers as well. There are luckily ladies as well watching this channel.
Yeah, I know. What I said about the backpackers,
Yeah.
that's for men and women, obviously.
But
But
what about the ladies? Do you have any experience maybe, or did you have any stories from ladies that come to Thailand that have problems or hazards for ladies in Thailand?
I work with quite a few women teachers who used to go out a lot and get hassle from Thai guys. Not in a horrible way.
Okay.
Thai guys would come and try and talk to them and be nice to them.
Yeah.
And they had to politely decline. But then again, I knew a teacher who did get a really great Thai boyfriend. So
Yeah.
there was that, there's hassle like that. But then there's also negative hassle. You read about female travellers going to beach areas, walking around in bikinis, and guys give them a little bit too much attention.
Oh yeah.
It's that kind of hassle.
Okay, I wouldn't say that was a big, like that's the first time I hear this. I heard it a lot in India, for example. I was in Singapore and there's like a group of, I don't know where they came from, but they were like staring at my friends. She had a bikini on.
Yeah.
At the beach, and all the guys in clothes, they're like perving at her. Like really disgusting with the camera as well. And I was like, but I didn't know that was happening here in Thailand. I don't think that.
Say it's not a common thing all the time, but I've read about it. I knew a girl who was backpacking in Khao San Road who became a teacher, and she said in Khao San Road she felt safe. You know.
Yeah.
It was just she probably felt more wary of some of the what she called sleazy European guys.
Yeah.
That were staring at her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's good and bad everywhere. It's hard to say. You know.
That's true.
Yeah.
How about the average tourist? Let's say a family with 2 kids or a couple of friends that are coming over to Bangkok to have a good time or to Thailand to have a good time. What are the hazards there?
It depends where they are. I mean, if they stayed in a part of the city where it wasn't a tourist area and they could pretty much get about with a minimum of fuss. But if they're staying in Sukhumvit or Ceylon,
Yeah.
in the middle of an area where there will be taxis hassling them, tuk-tuks hassling them for rides,
Yeah.
crowds of people, pavements uneven.
Oh, that's the thing. Actually, that's a good thing. If you come here the first time, you're gonna have to watch your step. Because there's like everywhere there are holes in the street, and you can lose your leg in a second.
And the other thing is that uneven, messed up pavement. You now got a lot of motorbikes riding along them,
Yeah.
and they don't even care. It's like they know, and you can see if you look at a guy coming towards you on a motorbike, he won't look at you or she won't look at you because they know they're taking a shortcut along a place they shouldn't really be, and it annoys people. But they still do it. The annoying taxi and tuk-tuk thing is one of those hazards that, you know, they should clamp down on it. It makes Thailand look bad. You know, when you try and get a taxi off the street. But this like a taxi mafia or clan, they've paid to be in that spot. So
Yeah.
to get a proper taxi, you've got to walk all the way out the road and get one off the road. It's annoying.
What are the hazards for people that's staying here long term?
Just getting around and building some kind of normal life and routine. It's difficult in a hustle and bustle city like Bangkok.
Yeah.
You've got to learn to accept things that will annoy you every day and wouldn't happen at home, and just sort of put them in the back of your mind and say, all right, this is Thailand. And a lot of people say, oh, well, this is Thailand. And there's a reason for it, because these little things that annoy you every day. It's like twice today I've had a motorbike coming towards me. If someone was new to the country, they might get really angry about it.
Yeah.
But, you know, for me personally, I don't care, I'll step out of the way. But I don't want to, and it does annoy me, but I'm past the point where I'm letting it piss me off in a big way. People who come in to teach English, if they arrive here and they haven't yet got a job, and they don't know where they're going to be working, they don't know where they're going to be living, then they've got the hassle of settling in an area first while looking for a job. That area might be not a nice place.
What's the advice for people that are not having that stable life in the very beginning?
Well, I would say try and set up a job before you come.
Yeah.
Try and set up as much as you can before you come. I know a lot of people don't,
Yeah.
but if you can, do it. There's a lot of stuff online especially for English teachers. There's websites, there's information available everywhere about how and what you should do before you arrive here.
But I also, if I may interrupt, what I also think is a hazard here, because there's a lot of partying. Bangkok has like really good parties, and they're every night. Saturday night is the biggest night here, but you can have an amazing night on Monday as well, and Tuesday. So I think one of the biggest hazards here for people that are young and have energy,
That's true.
or just people that have energy in general, you're gonna have to be careful with this, I think.
Definitely. I know guys who came here and said they're going to spend the first month partying and then look for a job,
Yeah.
and they never started looking for a job.
Yeah.
And then months later they ran out of money and left. So
Yeah.
let's be organised and have some discipline.
Alright.
Difficult to do once you get here. Don't expect too much. Take a step back. Don't take it too seriously as you would back home, but just have an open mind, I think.
Okay, coming to Thailand.
Coming to Thailand, yeah.
I like it a lot. I'm loving it. We've been filming like in front of the McDonald's all the time.
Well,
I'm
you
not
can
sure.
you can blur it, right?
I don't know. But I don't know. I found it quite funny that we have so much delicious food. We're actually on the way to get some street food, and then they're closed.
I know, it's terrible.
So-
Bloody street food.
You want to grab a burger?
Yeah, right. As
Actually-
long as
Oh, no, no,
vegan burger, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you're vegan now or vegetarian?
No, but Sizzler do a vegan option. And
Oh,
I just
Sizzler.
see the sign here. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Well, there's
okay.
always what's that place you went to down here? Mark, what do you call it? What's his name?
I don't know. Wait, what's his name?
The one who went to Jamaica
Wiener.
and
Wiener.
Mark Wines.
Mark
yeah.
Wines.
It's his place.
Wines. Yeah,
Actually,
that's just across.
Yeah, you'll need a bit of open wallet surgery, I think, for that.
Oh, mate.
But-
What also a hazard is maybe, and there's a lot of air pollution at certain periods of the year, especially in the north. I think in Bangkok as well, a little bit, a few months, right?
From cars and
Yeah, but that's a
general
certain period of the year, isn't it?
yeah, January, December, end of December, January, February. It's pretty bad.
So that's good to know. Maybe if you're coming for a holiday.
Yeah.
A German guy yesterday, he warned us about the tuk-tuk drivers. Like you can't trust them. I think he had a few bad experiences. I do think you can trust most of them, but there are a few hustlers.
Yeah, the ones in the areas where there are a lot of tourists are give the impression they're not trustworthy. But there are actually some real decent tuk-tuk drivers who
100%.
will take you where you want to go
100%.
and not try and rip you off. So they sort of give a bad name to tuk-tuk drivers.
Anything else? Well, I've been eating unhealthy for a certain period of time. It's really easy to eat unhealthy street food.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's a lot of fried noodles, deep fried stuff that is not really good to eat every day.
I also want to mention, and I mentioned it already before, I did a little funny episode. I watched it back. It was in my beginning of my YouTube career.
Oh yeah.
I did the 5 tips before coming to Pattaya, and I do agree still with these 5 tips. One of them was to not fall in love in Pattaya. Anywhere else, like the Thai ladies, like I think in general, there are the most loveliest ladies here in Thailand than compared to.
I think the bottom line there would be try not to fall in love with the first bar girl you meet.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
And that's all you can say really. You can't stop people from doing that.
Or maybe stay away from bar girls and see the rest of Thailand, because Thailand has so much more to offer than that.
Yeah, or don't look for a girlfriend as soon as you get here.
I got my experience as well. I spent here a little while as well myself, and I found it important to have you in the show to tell your experience, because you've done also a lot of research. You've done videos about alcoholism, you've done videos about being here, and basically the same topics that we have now.
Yeah,
You've done a lot of research about this, so it's good to have you on the show. I want to thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. He's going to be in mine now.
Oh, is it?
I didn't tell you, did I?
Oh, right. But, yeah, I would like to say to everyone, thanks for watching till the very end. It's now possible to join the channel. You get a few perks with this, but it definitely helps the channel to be a sustainable channel. We are on the right track. We're on the right way. Thanks to you actually, because when we had 100 subscribers, we bumped into each other on the street. I can't keep thinking of
yeah, sorry, Rambatry, I remember.
Yeah, sorry, Rambatry.
I was there yesterday.
A year ago, literally a year ago.
It was, yeah, it was April.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
So amazing times. Thank you for watching till the very end once more. I would like to say from the capital city of Thailand, Bangkok, with Bangkok Pets, you're gonna have to check him out. Bye for now, and stay jammed.